The invisible story between photographer and subject. Every photograph contains two stories. The first is the story we can see. The subject, the light, the pose, the expression, the composition. It is the story presented to the viewer. But there is another story hidden beneath the surface. A story that never appears inside the frame. The story between the photographer and the subject. Most people rarely think about this invisible relationship when viewing a photograph. They focus on the final image, the finished result frozen in time. Yet every photograph is the product of human interaction. Two people came together in a particular place, at a particular moment, for a particular reason. What happened between them shaped everything that followed. Photography is often described as a visual art, but in many ways it is also a relationship-based art. Before the shutter clicks, conversations take place. Ideas are exchanged. Expectations are discussed. Trust is built. The viewer may never see any of it, but the image carries traces of those interactions. Imagine standing in front of a camera. Most people immediately become aware of themselves. They wonder how they look. They think about their posture. They become conscious of being observed. Being photographed is not simply about being seen. It is about allowing someone else to interpret how you are seen. That experience requires trust. The photographer becomes more than a person holding a camera. They become a witness, and the subject must decide how much of themselves they are willing to reveal. This dynamic exists in nearly every portrait. Some photographers create an atmosphere of comfort and openness. Others intentionally create tension because it serves the mood of the image. Either way, the relationship influences the outcome. The camera records more than appearance. It records atmosphere. A photograph may feel intimate, distant, joyful, or uneasy. Often those qualities originate from the interaction that occurred before the image was taken. This becomes especially clear when we think about memorable portraits. Many iconic photographs seem to reveal something genuine about the person being photographed. A fleeting expression, a thoughtful gaze, a moment of vulnerability. We often credit the camera for capturing these moments. But cameras do not create trust. People do. The photographer's ability to connect with the subject often determines whether such moments become possible. In this sense, photography is a collaboration. The photographer provides vision, timing, and perspective. The subject provides presence, personality, and participation. The image emerges from the relationship between them. This also explains why two photographers can photograph the same person and create completely different results. The subject may be identical. The location may be identical. The lighting may be identical. Yet the photographs can feel entirely different. What changed was the relationship. What changed was the invisible story. And perhaps that is one of photography's greatest mysteries. The most important part of an image may be the part we never see. The trust, the comfort, the hesitation, the connection, all of these elements exist beyond the frame, yet they shape everything within it. The next time you look at a photograph, consider what happened before the shutter was pressed. Because every photograph tells two stories. The visible story that appears before our eyes, and the invisible story between photographer and subject. A story hidden from view, yet present in every frame.